People on TikTok is going through their retrogrades.
You are not overthinking, they playing in your face. It's about time to start tripping. Go crash the out. Don't let these motherfuckers sit here and gaslight you, making you think you crazy. You ain't fucking crazy. They got you fucked up. Can somebody call Mercury a Uber and tell him to get the fuck away from retrograde? This got me emotional for no, like, bruh, I'm going through it.
Hey, it's not you. There's a Chiron retrograde. It just started today. Mercury is retrograde. Saturn is retrograde. Neptune is retrograde. It's not you. Mind your business. Stay inside. Stay indoors. Stay safe.
Somebody needs to pull that Mercury the fuck out of retrograde. I don't give a fuck about that bitch by her edges. Get that bitch back into her regular cycles or her regular phases. This week has been a lot.
Let me tell y'all something.
It's about time to start tripping. Go crash the out.
It's been a ride. It's been a ride. I'm just what I gotta say. It's been a ride.
Stay indoors. Stay safe.
I just popped up in the YouTube world, just to update y'all on where life has been. What is a Chiron?
May be asking, what is Chiron? So Chiron is an asteroid and it's called the wounded healer. So if you look at it in your birth chart, it's basically showing what you're here to heal in this lifetime. With Chiron in the sign of Aries, you're going to be dealing with wounds in regards to your confidence, your identity, your leadership. With it being retrograde, it's definitely going to be focusing how you show up internally. So you may be doing a lot of shadow work during this time. You may have identity crisis. You may deal with extreme depression because you're addressing possibly childhood wounds or wounds from past relationships. You may deal with blocks around your confidence or, anger. Identity crisis. Whatever it is, do not stray away from it.
Okay, so we know that a retrograde is happening, and we know that our emotions is up and down, and things are probably surfacing the way we need them to surface for us to, work through what we need to work through. This is an opportunity. Look at me. This is an opportunity, okay, to clean the house, okay? In response to what I've been seeing online and what's been going on with me, I decided to put together some soul alchemy, some information about how we need to proceed and move forward with this life. Let's get into it. First of all, let's start off with people who are going to try to trauma dump. That is the first thing that you are going to be experiencing and seeing during this time. People are going to try to trauma dump. Let me show you what that means.
As you become more spiritual, you need to understand this. Trauma dumping is a form of spiritual bypassing, or on the other side, it's an unconscious attempt for somebody to use your vessel for their soul alchemy. But in both situations, boundaries are important. If you're not familiar with what trauma dumping is, it's when somebody shares a very intensely emotional experience in a way that's uninvited or energetically overwhelming, and they have no intention of actually doing any reflection or any work. And when I say work, I mean healing work. It's just a way for them to discharge their emotions. Now, this is different from trauma sharing, because trauma sharing is when you approach somebody and you ask them, hey, do you have the mental capacity to meet me where I am right now? And there's some type of mutual agreement in that sharing. Now, a lot of times when people are trauma dumping, you can tell that it's spiritual bypassing because they will just say something and they have no connection to what they're saying emotionally. Like their nervous system is not involved at all. They just haphazardly throw a very emotionally intense experience at you. And if you say anything back to them or you try to help them navigate it, they're going to start using language that indicates to you that they're not ready to change and that they're actually avoiding that experience. And that puts you in a situation where you feel like people are constantly offloading their intense emotional experiences, but they're not implementing any guidance and they're not reflecting. But they expect you to hold space and to fix and to witness what they have been through without even asking you if you have the capacity to meet them where they are. So what you need to understand about people who trauma dump as a form of spiritual bypassing is that it's a way for them to not face their trauma alone in hopes that somebody else is going to come along and process it for them. So on the other end of this is using your vessel as a form for their soul alchemy. And this is not inherently wrong, because on a soul level, we remember this. Our mind just doesn't remember this. So this is something that is very ancient. When somebody has actually done the healing work and they've cleared enough energy out of their vessel, and when I say energy, I mean dense energy, which is like anger, guilt, shame, apathy, trauma, heartbreak, betrayal. Their container or their vessel becomes very clear, and it feels very safe to other people. And a lot of times they become a truth mirror, they become a purification gate, and more oftentimes than not, they become a womb alchemist. There's so much we don't understand about our womb. Our womb is so magnetic and it has its own consciousness. But that's a story for another day. So what happens is that other people will be able to sense this, and they'll try to project their pain into your space, hoping that you'll transform it for them. So let me explain soul alchemy to you. A lot of times when we talk about alchemy, we think about the transformation of lead into gold, or how Jesus transformed water into wine. But our soul alchemizes as well. And the soul communicates to you through your emotions. So when I say soul alchemy, I'm talking about the transformation of your wounds, your heartbreak, your betrayal, your ego, your shadow, your trauma into something beautiful, into strength, into wisdom, into art. But in order for you to transform this pain, this trauma, or whatever it may be, you need a container to put it into. And this can be shadow journaling. This can be therapy. It could be mentorship. It could be your friends and family. It could also be mirror work with your ancestors. When you've done the work, you're always going to be a target for people who are trying to spiritual bypass, or people who are trying to alchemize their emotions through you, because you feel safe and you feel like a container where they can put that energy into to transform it, and they're hoping you'll do the work for them. And that looks like an energy transference, where now you've absorbed what it is that they feel and they leave the conversation feeling better. You leave the conversation feeling drained. If I'm not in the mental capacity to take on what somebody is throwing at me, I will stop them and be like, hey, look, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm not in a place right now where I can help you through this, because I myself am going through something. Maybe I can offer you some resources that can help you. Or I'll say, hey, that actually sounds really intense. Are you seeking reflection, or are you just trying to release it? That one, not gonna lie, kind of catches people off guard.
So now that you've seen how trauma dumping is like a way of somebody who they don't really know that they're doing it, but they're trying to alchemize their energy, and they can't hold no more of their energy. So they need somebody to talk to about it and to dump it out to. Even though they don't seek no type of healing or growth from it, you see it. You see it. Now, this video I had watched, it changed my whole brain chemistry on how I look at communication.
I'm going to teach you how to have better energetic hygiene by understanding exactly what projections are. My name is Brittany Nicole. I'm a neurolinguistics expert. I study the relationship between language, the nervous system, and behavior. When it comes to conversations around energy, a lot of people prefer a mystical approach and mystical language. And if that's you, that's cool, but that's not my lens and that's not my language. I don't perceive anything actually as mystical. It kind of occurs to my mind mathematically. So I'm going to explain this in a very logical way. I think the best way to perceive a projection, and this is disgusting, but it's accurate, is to think of it as vomit. Think about what happens when somebody digests something and it makes them nauseous and it makes them sick and their body wants to remove it. So they vomit to get it out of their system. Shame can embed itself in the nervous system in the form of shadow beliefs and limiting beliefs.
So you notice how she said that you got to think of projection and also trauma dumping as throw up. People who are carrying things that they can't stomach, they can't hold inside of themselves, they're going to try to share it or give it to somebody else who can hold it or who can clean it for them. So it's like, hey, this is what I'm going through today. You know, just throwing all of their problems and all of their past and everything that they've dealt with onto you because they have no way to filter it or work through it inside of themselves. So they use a person who has empathy, a person who has a more cleaner energy, and they want to give it to that person because they know that they can handle it. Now, even though you try to communicate the best way to help them or what they, you know, what could be a more better reason to process or think about things or transmuting the energy, it just goes one in out of the other ear. So it gets to the point, like she said in the previous video, she said, is this person willing to change or are they offloading? So they want to use your energy space as a throw up bucket. People's spiritual sicknesses, whether they have a cold or they have the flu or they have COVID or whatever they got spiritually, mentally that they're holding, the sicknesses that they're holding, and they can't, function because now it's more even intense because of what's going on with the planets or, just the upgrades and shifts that's happening. So it's important to observe, is this person throwing up on me and then walking away and I just feel all over the place afterwards? So now that you're aware of that some people are spiritually throwing up on you, like mentally throwing up their energy into your space, this is one thing that you really need to make sure that you're doing, that I just started doing. Do not be on the phone with anybody in your bedroom. Okay, your bedroom is your safe space. It is your chamber. You need one space that is off limit to everybody else's energy. This is only your energy. Family members or friends, do not be on the phone with them in your room because their energy will be floating around in your room. Your room needs to be a space only for you. It needs to make you feel safe to where you don't feel the leftover energy that somebody left after a phone call of them telling you about their day. And yeah.
Y'all be perceiving these retrogrades too wrong for me. Too wrong. Like, y'all be like, oh my God, Mercury in retrograde. My ex text me. My wig sliding back. People at my job acting stupid. My tire just blew out. It's like, yeah, duh. But what did you learn though? Retrogrades ain't just about chaos, baby. They clean house. They clean the fuck out that house. People gone. Situations exposed. You dragged through the mud. Sometimes the universe gotta like make you uncomfortable to realign you. Follow me now. I'm going full circle. Just follow me. Growth don't come with snacks and a blanket. That shit come with anxiety, silence, and everybody leaving your ass at one time. Discomfort ain't punishment. That shit is preparation. How you want elevation, but you allergic to pressure? Y'all want peace and purpose, but don't want to let go of that man or that or them draining ass friends. Come on, bro. You still manifesting the life that you want, but you mad when the life you don't need fall off? This shit don't feel like your ancestors jumping your ass and God hyping them up like, stomp her face, grab her feet. Y'all be like, God, remove what's not for me. Then start crying and punching the air when he take the shit away. It wasn't for you. Retrogrades is literally cleaning the house. They was never made to be felt like a walk in the park. You can't ask for God to help you grow, and then when he start pulling the weeds, you start crying. Ho, that ain't how it works. Retrogrades don't ruin your life. They just take the trash out. So when we going through these damn retrogrades, like, be more in tune with what's falling away. Be more in tune with what's falling off, because it probably ain't meant to stay. You gotta sit still, reflect. Don't resist it. Let it clean house. It's not chaos, it's clarity. Bruh, I'm going through it.
I ain't picking on bro, but I think it's very, very funny how y'all blame poor Mercury for every goddamn thing. And I ain't coming at buddy, but I've been seeing a lot of videos about Mercury retrograde, and I just think it's hilarious because it's like 4 or 5 other planets that's kicking y'all ass out here besides Mercury. Chiron is the wounded healer. Them wounds that you've been trying to hide, you've been trying to drink it away, smoke it away, pop it away, get away, like you Solange and Cranes in the Sky. Now them wounds is coming back out. Now you got to face them demons. Y'all blaming Mercury from everything, but Daddy Saturn is in retrograde. It's time for Saturn to collect. Saturn is the planet of time, of karma. Again, karma. A lot of y'all are getting your karma and reaping what you sow. It is what it is. And karma can mean good or bad. So some people, that's why you see some people are flourishing this Mercury retrograde and some ain't. They reaping what they sow. It is what it is. You blaming Mercury for everything. Well, whole time Pluto, the planet of death and transformation, is in retrograde. Again, death. Everything around you sometimes got to come burning down. Sometimes you got to lose everything around you. Sometimes you got to lose that person, that relationship, that friendship, that job, whatever it is, etc., in order for you to burn down into ashes and become the phoenix.
You better know that everything is working out for you, okay? And you better use this time to your advantage. Whatever's surfacing for you, use it, okay? Use it. Be able to, don't let it sink back down into your roots and into your seeds that you don't want in your seeds, okay? You gotta allow yourself to feel yourself through this time. And that means taking a break. Like, literally for me, I'm detoxing in all types of ways, like everywhere left and right. I'm just sitting with myself. Anytime when something comes to the surface, I'm sitting with myself. I'm being honest about what I'm feeling. Do I feel weird? Do I feel like this is still with me and this is something that is a subconscious fear? I talk myself. So it's important to talk yourself through these moments and through these flare-ups that you have, because it's really just cleaning house, is allowing you to release. Sometimes it coming up means that the trash bag is being full, you know? Sometimes it coming up meaning that your soul is like purging it. It's pruning. This is the pruning time. So it's going in the trash bag, and these, planets are coming to collect. So take your time with yourself. Literally, even for me, like, I'm thinking about the last time I had uploaded. I uploaded like 12 days ago. I love to spend time with y'all and just take y'all along the different places my mind be at, but I did need this time to go into hermit mode, to just be a human, to just observe myself and observe my feelings. And it made me feel better. I feel a lot more better, and I feel good, and I'm happy that I was able to purge those things and cry whenever I needed to. Literally, what's happening is everything that you asked for is coming. It's here. The changes and the shifts that's happening for you is the result of this, of what's growing. You might be going through growing pains, Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to be compassionate and be kind to yourself, be kind to your mind. Just because something old or something something traumatic is surfacing does not mean you have not healed or you have not done the work that you needed to do. Maybe it's just testing you. Maybe you do need to work on it. You decide that for yourself and reflect on how intense is this emotion for me, and use it. So I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, this next video, we're just gonna be cool, just chill and just relax and probably watch some stories, just take a break, So that's what I want to do for y'all. I want y'all to just take a break and go off into somewhere else. So I'll see you on the next video. If not, thank you for watching, and I love y'all, and yeah, I'll see you again.